Good morning, everybody. Beautiful day. Hopefully things are starting to change here in Michigan. It looks like the weather's about to get nice. I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. We had the draft. We had a lot of stuff going on in the NBA.
Playoffs.
And make sure you guys please like, comment, subscribe, share, and any suggestions, let us know.
Show us some love so we can show you some love.
Yes. Give us topics, Doc.
We got coffee as always. We got some quotes. Chiropractic Corner. We're talking about some neck pain today. Would you rather? The NBA playoffs have been heating up. NFL, we had the draft and trades, and we got money lineups.
Yes. Coffee. We went to Espresso Elevado. And what you get? We got
a Carmelo. And we got a Route
606. Yes, and the Route 606 is more
of
medium to heavier roasts with a little bit of a pour over. Okay.
That one's on the creamier side.
Okay.
So
which one want to try first? Let's go with this Carmelo first.
Very nice place.
Yeah?
Small little low-key place.
Where was it?
Plymouth, Michigan.
Where? Like downtown Plymouth area?
Like around the corner from the downtown area.
Okay, nice.
So
nice.
Literally right there.
Yeah, nice. There's a lot down there too.
Yeah.
It's nice to walk down there.
A lot of hole in the walls.
Yeah, those are
which is
just
awesome.
Gems.
You ready?
Yes, let's do it. I could take that.
I like you.
Yeah, I could take that. It's got a good taste to it.
I like this.
I can't stand you. It's okay. Man.
Okay.
I was expecting this to be very, very milky.
I like you.
But it's got a good coffee taste. 6.2.
This is good.
Yeah, 6.2. That's very good. I can do that again.
They're jumping. I don't know what to give it.
Yeah, we could tell with your. I can't stand you.
7-1.
All right, 7-1. Yeah, I like that. I'll keep that. I might take yours as well right now.
Whoa.
Route 606.
Settle down there.
See how this is here. You said this is with the pour over, right?
Yeah. House blend with pour over.
I don't mind that either.
Son of a gun. That's smooth.
That's good. That's really good.
I like this place.
And this was just like, you were just driving by and seen this, huh? You might have found a gem.
Searched on Google, like coffee near me. I was going to get bubble tea at first.
No, thank God you didn't.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me check this place out.
Yeah, no. 6.8.
6.8?
Yeah, that was good.
I'm feeling generous today. Let me get another 7-1.
That was 6.8. No, those are both very good. I would go back easily.
If you guys are looking for a good coffee shop,
Elevado.
Make
sure you guys hit it up there. All right, let's get into these quotes. Got a couple, motivational quotes. I like, Monday motivational. So let's get started with them. Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid to not try.
Oh, yeah.
Don't downgrade your dream just to fit your reality. Upgrade your conviction to match your destiny. We forget that waking up each morning is the first thing we should be grateful for.
That is true. You are an artist of your own life. Don't hand the paintbrush to someone else. Next one, lend yourself to others, but give yourself to yourself. Last one, chiropractic, baby. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food.
Yes. So coming back up to the top, don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid to not try. Everyone's always so busy planning. And I'm one of them too. Like, truthfully, I have a hard time. Like, I always prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And sometimes that worst, the older I get, the scarier it is, because I got more to lose right now than when I was in my early 20s. I had less to lose, and I was more of a risk taker at that point. Now but still I can't let that fear stop me from doing.
This reminds me of a quote. I'm not gonna say it though; it's bad. So I'm not gonna say it.
I don't even want to know that. Why bring it up then?
Just on my mind, man. I thought of it right away. I'm like, man, I already cussed once on this show a while ago. And I think I need a couple more episodes to get another one.
Right. But how do you like that first quote?
I like it. If you don't explore, you will never find something else. So the quote is "F around and find out."
Yeah.
So I feel like that's so true, because if you don't try something at the end of the day, you have no idea what the success will be at the end of the tunnel.
And it's okay to fail. We've been saying that for how many weeks?
Nobody wants to fail, though.
No.
You have to fail.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. It's going to happen. Yeah. Don't downgrade your dream just to fit your reality. Upgrade your conviction to match your destiny. How do you read that?
This is complex to me. I feel like this can be broken up in two different things. Like your first portion, don't downgrade your dream just to fit your reality. Basically, don't live in the box you're currently living in. Try to expand that box and go on to the next thing to open up your horizon. Upgrade your conviction to match your reality. Basically the same thing, yeah.
So
I think that's complex. I'm not a fan of this quote, to be honest.
I love that quote because I feel like to me it's talking in complacency.
Really?
You know, if you start getting too comfortable, if you are living in this box and you're just getting by, and you know you are afraid to take those risks, like the first one said, it's just a matter of you just get comfortable, and it's just the drive is less. So it's a matter of upgrade your conviction, make your drive a little bit more intense to actually go and get what you want, and don't forget what your dream was. Don't forget how you wanted to, you know, where you wanted to be. And even if you got there, you're on the brink of being there, there's always a next step up. The minute you become complacent, you're not growing. The minute you become complacent, you're not moving forward. So that's why I like this one, and I put it in there just because I just feel like that's a problem that even I deal with from time to time. We all deal with that from time to time. It's just a matter of you get a little bit too comfortable. And that's when it's like, I would rather just be back, start slowing down.
You don't
and
grow
just,
when you're comfortable.
Yeah. So that's what this quote is telling me, honestly. We forget that waking up each morning is the first thing that we should be grateful for.
Waking up tomorrow morning is never guaranteed.
Never. And I just, you know, not much to dive into, right? It's just a matter. It's plain and simple. It says it there.
Be grateful for the
stop taking things for granted.
Be grateful.
That's it. You know, what's the next one here?
You are an artist of your own life. Don't hand the paintbrush to someone else. Basically, do whatever you want in your life. Don't take anything from anyone. If you need advice, ask people that got into the place where you want to go. Don't sit there and be secondary, basically.
Yeah.
Be the driver of your life, not the passenger.
So I see that. And I also, you know, I've seen it that way. And I guess just where I am right now and what I'm looking and how I'm looking at that quote, it was more or less, you know, counting on others to help you grow.
Yeah. You could look
to a certain extent. Will help you, but if you just put all your eggs into that basket of others helping you, it's not going to be there. Like, no one's going to want you to succeed the way that you're going to want you to succeed. Mm-hmm. No one's going to want your business to grow the way you want your business to grow. No one's going to want your kids to read or do math.
Human nature at the end of the day. Everybody wants to be better than another. So it's unfortunate, but that's human nature. Yeah,
and trying to give it to somebody else or do anything, it's not going to be there at that point.
No, you're right.
So that's where it's just like, you got to take control of your own life and don't just depend on everybody else to do it for you. You have to do it. Lend yourself to others, but give yourself to yourself. This one spoke to me.
This one's nice because at the end of the day, like, we as people always want to help others, but we forget about ourselves.
Yeah.
And if you don't take care of yourself, the ability for you to help someone else is minimized because you're not taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because we as people, we're only here for so long, you know?
Yeah.
And if you're just worried about person A, how about you?
Well, and you know, I'm not even like, I've been like this my whole life, and I don't think I'll ever change. And I've told you this 100 times. I've been burned over and over and over and over and over again.
Like with a lighter?
Yeah. And it was just a matter of, I don't think I'll ever change. You know, I'll still act selflessly and do all those things, but there's times where you got to, quote unquote, become more selfish or, you know, give to yourself more than just giving to others. And it's hard. It's hard when you don't like to do it. Like, I hate giving to myself. Like, it's just the way I am. I like, if I have to spend $10 on myself, I have a hard time doing it. I spend, you know, $100 on somebody else, it's no problem at all. So that's where it's like, I have to get better at that, just because future-wise, because everything, if I get selfish with things now, it's more or less, it's for my kids later. I mean, I look at my, you know, Ali now is 11, you know, so he's 7 years away from college. So that's where it just starts getting to the point where it's like, you know, you have to start looking at it that way. And it's hard. It's very difficult, especially when you come from, like, you know, like families like we have where it's always giving. He's
a 2002 baby.
Who?
Ali?
02, right? No, 11.
Is it
2011?
Oh, what am I saying?
The hell's wrong with you, man? Yeah, 2002? How old would he be right now? Freaking math whiz. Come on, Mega Mind. 2002. I mean, I know I'm old, but I ain't that old. Where the hell did you get 02 from? What year do you think we're in?
2014.
What the hell?
I graduated 2014.
Yeah, holly.
Man, why did I say 02?
I have no idea. I looked at you cross-eyed. What the hell do you mean 02?
I thought of something. That's why.
Last one here. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food.
Whatever you put in your body is who you are. You know,
junk in, junk out.
You put junk, you're going to get junk out. You put good food, your body's going to nourish off that good food and be a better body, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you know, exactly what it says. It's, you know, if you are in pain on a regular basis, if you have autoimmune issues, if you have leaky gut, there's so many different things that it's what you consume, and if it's highly processed foods, if it's sugary foods, if it's filled with GMOs and all that other stuff, and you're not eating healthy from the ground up, basically, you're just going to add to those elements. We tell patients on a regular basis, with diet, exercise, and water intake, you could probably get yourself 20 to 30% better without us touching you. We don't have to do anything for you. We don't have to adjust you. We don't have to nothing.
A lot of people are on inflammation diets where they're eating everything that inflames everything.
Inside, and that's a lot of the fad diets, the keto diets, and this and that, and they're good for weight loss, but they affect so much other things. So those fad diets is just eating from the ground up, basically eating all naturalistic foods. So that's a wrap there. Let's get in the chiropractic corner. What do we got this week?
We got neck pain. We got a picture here. Very interesting picture.
Yeah.
On the left, we have a normal cervical curve versus a reverse cervical curve. Mm-hmm. Cervical curve is known as a lordotic curve and also known as a secondary curve, correct?
Yeah.
How do we get that cervical curve?
We're not born with it. So we get it when crawling. That's why belly time is so important for babies. When you're on belly time, they're trying to lift up their head, and that's why they have a hard time lifting up their head, because the curve isn't there to bring it back. So that's why belly time and crawling is so important, because that same lordotic curve that's in the neck is in the low back.
Yes, sir.
And so it's funny because we just had a patient last week, 2 weeks ago. Do you remember that straight lumbar curve? There's
so many of them.
Yeah, it was so straight. And the first thing I told him was, your parents told you that you went straight from sitting to walking, right? He goes, yeah, how'd you know that? I go, you didn't crawl. You were destined for back pain.
I love their reaction. They say, how'd you know?
Yeah. So same thing with this. And that used to be the case with cervical curvature. Like when we see a loss of curvature, it's either trauma, accident, or they just never had belly time when they were younger. Now it's different. Now, computers, phones, they're constantly down in this position
text
here.
Neck, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So explain tech neck.
Basically, happens around like C6 area, C5, where your neck's constantly going downwards. The best way to hold your phone is actually bringing your phone up and looking at it instead of bending all the way down.
Yeah.
Because if you're like this for so long, eventually you're going to develop a hunchback.
Yeah.
Over the years of time, you're going to look like the Notre Dame hunchback.
Yeah. And that's why, working on that curvature, we have deep flexor muscles, and we'll get into treatments and stuff like that you could do at home. And you like doing the tucking and all that stuff. You'll start showing that right now.
On your back.
Yeah.
Making a double chin.
Yeah. So some symptoms that they end up getting: burning, aching, sharp, shooting, electric, numbing, tingling, spasms. Let's go through each one of those, because a lot of people don't know which symptoms mean what. Mm-hmm. And even when you ask them, like, hey, what is the symptom? Is it sharp? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's pain. Just hurts. It hurts, right? Yeah. So let's explain some of those. Burning. A lot of the burning that I hear is more or less, truthfully, weakness of muscles or a spasm muscle. A lot of the burning, from my experience, from what I've seen, is actually coming from the muscle. Unless it's a massive impingement, there's inflammation, that burning could be heat coming off.
Right?
It could be arterial, but for the most part, when they say like it's burning, it seems more or less where this muscle's weak and it's having a hard time. It's tired. It's either weak or overused. Okay, aching. How do you explain that?
I go straight to muscle. A lot of times when the muscle's super tight, you get the achy feeling when it's impinged. Mm-hmm. So any certain movement, moving up, moving lateral, whatever it is, you're going to feel that achiness in the muscle, and you can't completely get to where you want to go. Yeah. It's just a constant ache.
So that's on like, I get that too when they say like a superficial ache. Yeah. When they start telling me it's like a deep ache, I go straight to bone and joint. Mm-hmm. And that bone and joint at that point with the deep ache is more like a toothache. Like if you've ever had a toothache, it's in the bone, it's in the nerve. It's just starting to irritate the crap out of that bone and joint. And that's where you don't feel inflamed, but it just feels like every little motion you do just hurts. And it's just a constant. An ache never really gets to like a 9-10. It's usually just consistent, annoying, anywhere from a 3 to an 8.
These are the ones that wake you up, the aches and
pains. It's more like the sharp stabbing that wake you up like crazy. But the ache could, because it's constantly there. Every move you make, it might intensify. Sharp.
You go straight nerve.
Sharp shooting, electric. All three of those are nerve. I hear sharp, shooting, electric. It's a nerve impingement. Where is the nerve getting pinched? We usually do that through exams and all that other stuff, which we'll get into how we end up looking at that.
But your first thought is like
nerve.
This.
Disc. Well, either disc or subluxation. Bone moved out of place, pinching a nerve. Yeah. But for the most part, it's disc. Because if you look at that picture that's still up there, when you see these disc spaces getting smaller, it's the black space in between the bones. That's the disc getting a lot smaller, and those are your shock absorbers. Those are making sure that nothing's pinching on that nerve.
That's your last barrier between bone and bone.
Yeah, so if those things start getting smaller, those shock absorbers aren't there. Imagine the shocks in your guys' cars. If the shock isn't there, you're feeling every bump on the road.
Yeah.
Well, if that shock of the disc isn't there, well, you're going to feel every step, every jump, every movement, everything at that point.
And then your hole where the nerve comes out from, known as the IVF, decreases as well. And there's a lot of things going through that.
Yeah, and that's where you get like the medical terminology of like foraminal stenosis. That just means narrowing smaller of that opening where that nerve comes in.
Big words are scary.
They're scary. They're scary. But if you know how to interpret them, they're not that scary. You know, because like even like if in this picture where we see those discs getting smaller or we see bony spurs, another scary one that everyone loves to use is degenerative disc disease. That sounds scary as all hell. Okay. And it's just, it could be arthritis of the spine. It could be degenerative disc disease. It could be radiculopathy sounds scary. And that's just the symptoms of it coming down.
Broken down, they're not
so it's
scary.
just knowing what it is, it's a big difference there.
I feel like a lot of medical professionals do a bad job of that though. They just toss this diagnosis out.
Yeah.
And then people come to us like, oh my God. Like I had a patient not too long ago. They came to me and they're like, oh my God, I just had an MRI and look what I have. I have thinning of the disc, this and that.
Yeah.
But worded completely different.
Yeah.
Like discitis or like you just said, like IVF encroachment.
Encroachment,
like,
foraminal stenosis.
They're looking at me like, oh my God. I'm like, we talked about all this before.
We told you all this already.
But not on the vocabulary level
Yeah.
of what was described to you.
Yeah.
A lot lower.
Yeah, and we try not to. We try not to, and he's gonna yell at you for that one. I can't wait till he hears that.
Whoa.
He ain't here, is he?
Oh my God. When that popped, I'm like, he's looking at me.
But yeah, no, it's just looking at the words and knowing how to break down the terminology. And that's one thing, like when people get reports, and that's the one thing I hate about that Beaumont My Chart is like people go do an MRI or they'll do anything. It's awesome that they could get their medical records. It makes my life that much easier. That way we don't got to request it. But
it's just so
when
wordy.
patients start reading it and then they take that foraminal encroachment or foraminal stenosis and then go on to WebMD, and it's scary. Everything is surgery, and they just start getting scared at that point. And they think that that's their only hope. Where there's a lot of other things that you could do, even stuff that you could do at home. Which we'll get into,
like
arthritis degeneration is not just an age thing, man. Like, I mean, we seen about a month ago, we seen a 65-year-old cervical spine. I was expecting to see degeneration. She still had a beautiful curve. We seen no bony spurs. We seen no decreased disc space. They were diminished. They weren't textbook normal from when she was 15 years old.
Yeah, but you were surprised at the structure.
Oh my God. And I see other 17-year-olds.
You look at 17-year-olds and you think they're 70-year-olds.
You think they're 60, 70 years old. So it's truthfully lifestyle, man. It's
wear and tear. That's what it is.
Yeah, but just because you get older doesn't mean you're predestined to aches and pains.
Get your oil changed.
Right? So you have to keep on doing those things and maintain it, and not just come to the chiro. Exercise, water, diet. We could say that nonstop. Because if you do your exercises, you're going to keep that curve within the spine. The alignment may not be there. There might still be bones shifted out of place, pinching the nerve, but
you could be better.
Okay.
You could be better. Make sure that you're not going down that phase.
Yeah. So, and then I know we both like messing with muscles a lot because, muscles attach bone to bone and all that other stuff, and it's just a matter of how we go about it that way. So give some of your exercise that we do for this loss of curvature. I know the chin tucks and all that stuff.
So you can do a chin tucks where like you're basically making a double chin. Best way to do it is just put your finger on your chin and just force your neck inwards, basically. Another one you could do is same exact thing, a little more intense. Lay on your back, same thing. Drive your chin through the table. Your favorite one is when someone's in bed, lay your head off the bed basically and allow gravity to do its work.
Yeah.
And then we also have cervical pillows in office that we just got. Yeah.
So those ones are awesome. We're going to be up on our website here shortly. But also we have, like those posture braces. Yeah. I hated them at first because some of the braces that I was reading, they were and it'll help this anterior head carriage where this head's all the way up here.
That's how you get your hunchback.
A lot of the braces were sort of saying, just wear this all day, we got it, whatever. And they weren't more of like the elastic rubber bands that we use for exercises, like the TheraBands. They were more just braces, right? And they were wearing it all day and keeping them up here, so on and so forth. The ones that I found that I was talking to the seminar this weekend was the they were like TheraBands, and you put them around your shoulders, and it holds you up here, and it's just literally 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day will start activating those muscles a little bit more, especially like when you're sitting at a computer or sitting something along those lines.
So you're not dependent
to keep
on
you
them.
up here, so you're not dependent on it. And then the cool thing about them is come with the full booklet, everything to teach you exercise that you could do. Because then you could step on them, do rhomboid rows, which brings these shoulder blades back.
Rhomboids, man. Everyone's rhomboids are shot.
Horrible. Everybody needs
They can
rhomboid
work on
exercise just to
rhomboids.
bring up this back here. You could put it around the door, do lat pull
Do
downs.
a bunch of things with them.
You could. The coolest thing about it is the way that it's set up. You could put it in the back of your head and start doing extension exercises with it, with the band. So there's a lot of different exercises with these posture, thoracic postures that you could actually help out with these
It
bands.
takes time to get better.
It takes a lot of time,
It takes time, and that's the biggest. And
it's never too late to start.
that people look at chiropractic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how long do I got to do this for? And it's your part too. If you do your exercises and we do our part, we'll get you better pretty fast.
Yeah.
But if we're only doing our part, it's going
to take time. It's going to take time. And it's never too late to start.
Yeah, you could always.
Whether it's chiro, whether it's PT, whether it's exercise on your
is.
own, it's never too late to start to get out of pain, because age is just a number. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of, I look at 60, 70-year-olds that come into the office and they're active, they're moving around, they're doing everything they need to be doing. And I look at other 60, 70-year-olds and they're on a cane. And it's just, what did you do prior to that to cause that, right? And you can be predestined, you can have bad genes, so on and so, but genes, it's been proven that genes can be turned off through proper habits. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm more susceptible to high cholesterol. I'm more susceptible to high blood pressure. It runs in my family. How do I combat that? Diet and exercise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Radiculopathy. Scary word. Explain it.
A lot of times we see this associated with the disc, any basically sensation going downwards typically. A lot of times when we have neck pain, first question we ask, is it shooting into the shoulders, going down the arm, into the fingers? When there is compression of a nerve, sometimes we feel that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we see it with just thinning discs, decreasing the IVF space, putting pressure on that nerve. And those spines that we show people don't understand that these actual nerves travel throughout the whole body.
Yeah.
It's just a little simulation of what we're seeing. And I always try to mention that.
It's going all the way down the arm.
Yeah, it's going all the way down the arm. It's controlling, innervating, whatever word you want to use, specific portions of the body. And we could do a lot of things for that.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
I want to go back real quick to the weak spasm muscles. When we were talking about weak, deep muscle groups, we talked about the chin tucks, spasm levators, which is this muscle right in here that raises the shoulder blade up, and then tight traps, spasm traps. Those are, we could do muscle work for those all day. But one thing that everyone needs to understand is that, if you're not exercising, if you had no trauma, they're not sore. They feel sore. Why? The first symptom that you get from a pinched nerve is muscle spasms. Yeah. Muscle fatigue.
The muscle's not getting its juice.
It's not getting its energy. It's not getting the gas that it needs. So, that's something that you just got to look at that point. And then some things that we figure out, in office when we're doing the exam and x-rays is we do our orthos. We do our, muscles, sensory and reflex testing. We do all these things because before we even take the x-rays, actually they're there to confirm what our beliefs are.
Yeah, because 60% of your diagnosis, or even more, probably 80% of your diagnosis is history.
History more than anything.
History exam, putting that together. And at that time, when you're taking them to the exam room, you have a good idea of what's going on.
You have a good idea.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of people today, and I personally don't mention this diagnosis, but upper cross syndrome's all over the place.
Everywhere,
where a lot of people are going head is shifted anterior. Why? Because a lot of times what it is, there's antagonist muscles. Yeah. Pecs, very tight, gonna bring you down, right? Yeah. So how do you fix a pec that's very tight? Stretch it out,
Stretch it out.
Stretch it out. And
what else do you gotta do?
You strengthen who?
Strengthen the backs.
Strengthen the back so you can come up right.
So that's upper cross and lower cross syndromes are huge, and that's huge in the PT world. And I would, there's a lot of PTs that don't even use that methodology, and it just drives me crazy because it's very good to be used. I know in the seminar that I was in this weekend, which I hate these seminars, but it was one of the doc does a lot of integrative medicine. He has a PT on staff, and that's all they do. So he does the chiro portion. And then he's got a medical doc that does trigger point injections. And then he's got a PT on staff that does all the rehabilitation. Yeah. And that's all they do is upper cross and lower cross. That's it. They don't do it. That's all PT's responsible for. Chiros do their adjustments, their myofascial cupping, all that other stuff. And then your trigger point injections. So that is, it's a good way to get people better.
Do you like that setup where you're seeing a chiro PT and medical doctor in the same
I love it, but I love it, but it's at the same time, my issue with it is like, you know, you just got to find the right practitioners that are on the same page.
Do you think there's ever a situation where you're getting too much care?
No.
You don't think so?
No, because it's our job when they're in the office to not overcommit care, right? I mean, if they come in and say, for example, Chiro does trigger point therapy and all that other stuff, right? Adjustments, stretches. Well, when they go to PT, they can't do the same exact stuff. It's got to be separate. Yeah. So when it's all in the same house, there's communication there. When it's different places,
communication needs to be lobbying.
It's in there. So
like,
I don't think there's too much at that point. Now, when a patient comes and sees us and they do PT as well, same day, well, I always ask them, well, what did they do?
Yeah,
because if they did electrostimulation or they did,
ultrasound,
I'm not going to go and do another one because that might tire out the muscle. I got to know what they did so I could do the opposite things. So that's
or
where
take it easy on them,
the lack of take it easy on them. So yes, you can overtreat at that point, but I feel like when it's all in the same house,
you have a good idea.
You have a good idea of what's going on, and everyone has their game plan. I like that a lot actually.
I agree.
So those are some solution and treatments. I think, neck pain is everyone's dealing with it. I think one of the most reason people go to the hospital is because of their low back pain and neck pain. So, it's just, there's other solutions. There's things that we could do. And it's just a matter of finding the right solution and finding what causes it.
Biggest thing too is if you're feeling mild low back pain right now, check it out before it gets
first.
to the chronic issue of like, I can't
Please don't come in
anymore.
on a cane.
Don't. Check it out so we can get it boom, better than there, no more,
Yeah.
Because your probability of getting better when you're at a 4 out of 10 and your probability of getting better when you're at a 9 out of 10, obviously your 4 out of 10 is going to be better.
Easier, faster, and you could actually resolve it, we got people, like that one patient that started with me in Livonia, ended up with you in Canton. He walked in on a walker and a cane.
Yeah.
He's daddy-daughter dance. Can't wait to go with his daughter. And he's actually doing training for this and actually doing the dances. Yeah. It's not just a little side step.
Great patient, though.
Awesome patient. He's done everything he had to do. Yeah.
We tell him do something, he's going to do it.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. Let's get into the Would You Rathers.
Am I going first?
Yeah, you could.
All right.
Good.
Would you rather get $1 million right now? Mm-hmm. Or for the next 30 days, double a penny every single day.
Double a penny every day. Compound interest, baby. You thought you were going to get me, didn't you?
Thought I was.
Yeah, you thought, come on. Do the math for me. Show me how much I'm making for that penny every day. You ain't getting me.
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. It ends up being like close to like 30 mil.
No, I think let's find out.
It was a lot.
I think it was like 12 mil.
Whatever it was a lot. It was 20 something. No, compound interest all day. Take that penny a day. I seen it too, and I'm like, he's gonna ask me this. I have a feeling he is.
5.3 million.
5.3? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it was all day.
Okay, respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I got one.
I thought I was gonna get you.
Okay. No, you're not gonna get me.
Okay.
Would you rather eat whatever you want and not gain weight, or never have to work out and stay fit?
How fit? Am I jacked?
No, I mean, you're fit. You're playing basketball without getting hurt. You're not, no problems. You're
Tell
fit.
me who I look like.
You look like you, just more fit.
More fit?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already jacked. So. So I could eat whatever I want and not gain weight?
Yeah.
So I basically stay how I am.
Stay how you are.
I could start working out, right?
Yeah.
I could work on, I'm picking that all day.
Yeah.
All day, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you hate working out as is.
Yeah. I like playing basketball, man.
Yeah. But you hate working out.
Yeah, but I could eat whatever I want.
Yeah, I know.
And not gain anything, so I'm chilling.
But then you could still be out of shape if you're not gaining weight. You could still be endurance speaking, you could not have the cardiovascular endurance.
Yeah, but I'm fine right now.
Whereas if you don't, but you will get worse if you don't do anything about it.
The thing with working on stuff like that, I just don't like picking weights up and putting them down. Yeah, like when I'm in it and when I feel a pump, I like it.
Yeah.
But for me to tell you, I wake up in the morning and say, hell yeah, I'm about to go lift up these heavy objects and throw them. No, I don't get excited.
Why though?
Vice versa. You're telling me, like if we're playing basketball today or something like that. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, see, I'm not like that.
Really?
I care less about basketball. The only time I enjoy basketball is like when it's with a group of friends that I know that we're there having a good time.
Yeah.
And we're still running up and down the court. We're still, we're still competitive at that point. But it's just a matter of, when you go with a bunch of randoms, it's a matter, you got to basically steal the ball from your own teammate to actually get a shot off, which is very frustrating.
Yeah.
So where it's just like if you're there with a bunch of people that know how you play and what happens, it's just a lot easier at that point.
I like playing with randoms because I feel like it makes me a better person when I play. Better player, I should say.
Player.
Like the amount of trash talk, like if like I'm just hanging out and I'm playing ball, I'm not gonna be as good if someone's actually coming at me and talking.
Yeah.
Like if someone's talking, I go from like a 6 to like a 8.
Yeah. So
Like off the spot where it's like, all right, I'm gonna get you.
yeah, I don't need the trash talk.
Really? You don't like it?
No, it's not that I don't like it. I don't need it to play harder.
Really?
It just doesn't bother me. I've just when I'm playing whatever, I'm just giving it 100.
So you're more of like a participation trophy type guy, right?
Not at all. You know me way better than that. You know me way better than that. Not nowhere near. But yeah, myself, I would eat whatever I want. You know, I'm a fat kid. I'm a fat kid at heart, bro. I want to be able to eat.
Food is pleasure, man. If you're not eating, it's not fun.
I want to be able to eat. That's for sure. That's for sure. We got the NBA playoffs. Give it to us.
The playoffs on
Giannis.
TNT.
Did you see Giannis video?
So Giannis, I'm with it, and I'm not with it.
Give me why you're not with it.
I feel like this falls into the realm of what you don't like, the participation trophy realm.
Yeah.
Where it's like, listen, if you don't win, you fail. I know you learn, but you fail.
That's the only thing that I wish he would have said and added to it.
Yeah, it's like, if I'm not winning,
it's a failure to a certain extent of we got here, we're still learning from it, and we need to learn what we did bad, right?
is losing okay?
No.
Yeah, see, like,
but
I don't know.
the way that he said it and the way that he responded, I know. I see both of us like
it's been bothering me the whole time. I'm like,
so the way that he said it and the way that he responded, knowing that English was not his first language and knowing that, dude,
awesome,
I
man.
mean, dude, I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I wish he would have said, but he didn't need to say it, was, we learned from this. It's not a failure. We got there.
Yeah.
We didn't get to where we wanted. We didn't get the results that we wanted. But to say that it's a failure or I'm ashamed or embarrassed, I think was the word. Not embarrassed. I think that's what threw him over the edge.
Porterfield though, you got blasted.
I think that's what threw him over the edge though. Was the whole, are you embarrassed of how
he
this
asked
ended?
him last year the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that question.
I loved Giannis's response, plain and simple.
I don't know. Like this falls in participation though. Like, is it okay to lose in sports?
Do you get back up?
Some people don't.
And that's where it's not okay.
That's where it's not okay.
That's where it's not okay. Is it okay?
I think you should have worded things a little differently.
How?
Because if you don't win, you fail. You do.
Okay, I get the failure.
It's okay to fail. He made it sound like failure's not okay. No, it's fine to fail.
No, he went more off the embarrassment. The embarrassment comment got him over the edge.
He started talking about Jordan, like his 10 years before whatever winning.
Well, 9 years he didn't win it. 6 years he did.
Yeah, but that 9 years.
So are those 9 years? Are they failures?
Yeah, they are. But he kept going.
I don't think they are.
He kept going.
I don't think they are. They're learning curves. I don't think they're complete failures.
So
yes, they're.
If I open up a new business right now, and the first 5 years I'm not making absolutely nothing, I'm losing, I'm in the red. I failed for 5 years.
Yeah.
But if I keep going from year 6 to 10, if I'm booming, I'm doing awesome, that right there, it's a failure along the way, but becomes a success.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
He made it seem like failing's never okay, and that's what I didn't like. I like the speech, but the message he delivered, I feel like he pushed it where failing is not okay, because he basically said all these things were not failures, which they are. If you're not winning in a game where the number one thing is winning, you're failing.
No, I'm with you there, and that I can't disagree with you. But I'm telling you, the way that I heard him was more or less of, it's a learning curve, and I just wish he would have dwelled on that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the way I interpreted the way that he was saying it, where it was just like, it's not embarrassing by any means. It's not anything I need to be ashamed of, but it's like, we failed, we lost. Let's get back at it and work at it again harder next year.
No one plays the game to lose.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So they, obviously he was upset. They were eliminated by the Heat in Game 5.
But like, imagine a kid listening to Giannis.
Yeah.
Not having like anyone older than him tell him that winning is important. It's not everything. Don't get me wrong. Having fun is also a thing as well for children growing up into
Winning's
the game.
fun.
Winning is fun. But for a child going into something, he has to learn to have fun so he can love the sport as well.
Yeah.
So I think somebody listening to him will basically say, if I lose, it's okay, because failing's fine. He should have emphasized a little more.
Well, he should have emphasized a little bit more, but I also think that it was, it was just in the moment. The way that he responded, English not being his first language, he responded fantastic. I loved every second of it.
Great response.
I loved every second of it, and I also think a lot of it goes into with interpretation of how you're hearing it.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, failure I think is fine if you're learning from it and moving forward. You're gonna fail. It's gonna happen. So they ended up losing. They're out. Heat's in. Jimmy Butler, man, first game, right?
Yeah, his coach. I don't know if you've seen the video.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. I seen that. It's not good. I think he's out.
No,
the next
I think
game.
he's good.
Is he good?
He was on the sideline practicing like threes.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
I don't know. I know Embiid's out.
Is Embiid out?
Embiid's out. He's got minor tear in his knee.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, Embiid's out he's doubtful for the next game. Probably going to be out.
That's not good.
Word was this morning that he's got a small tear. Not going to do anything about it. He's a big boy. So that's not good for them. But Steph went off in Game 7.
50 burger.
Hey, he's good.
50.
He's good. You Laker fans are mad.
No, I want to see Steph.
Do you? I thought majority of you guys want to see the Kings.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think nobody in the Western Conference touches the Lakers healthy. I think the only one that's going to knock them off is the Suns. I don't think anyone else touches them because if you think about it, the Kings took the Warriors to 7.
Yeah.
Who's on the Kings?
I get that.
Who's on the Kings? Fox? He's good.
Yeah, Fox. That's about it.
Sabonis?
Played as a team.
We're the Lakers. You got LeBron can go off at any time. You got AD that can go off at any time.
Yeah, but they have to go off altogether.
D'Angelo Russell that can go off at any time.
I know.
Austin Reeves.
I know.
Rui.
They all got to go off together, though.
This is LeBron's deepest team he's ever had.
But if they don't all go off together, it's just like with the Suns. Like, the more I'm watching the Suns, like, I want them to win it.
No.
But, dude.
The depth of both teams is...
I get it, but
not
Chris,
even comparable.
Okay. Booker's going to get his. KD's going to get his.
Those are the two scariest guys. That's it.
They're going to get them. Who else is going to be scoring for them?
I don't know.
Exactly. So if either one of them have a slow night, like they did the other night.
You know why I say the Suns will give the Lakers trouble? Because of DeAndre Ayton. That's the only reason I say that. He's a 7'2" center or whatever he is. He's going to clog up the paint.
Did you see him the other day?
Yeah, he was just
Did you see him just chilling underneath the rim?
Yeah, I seen that.
Come on. He's not that good. You guys think he's great.
He's a good center. He's an all-star center.
And there's not many centers in the league.
He's good though.
Okay, he's decent.
7'2" under the rim, you're putting him in there.
I know, but he needs to be more aggressive. What the hell is he doing standing underneath the rim like that?
The Warriors team, who's gonna guard AD?
I know, I'm with you. They got size, they got depth. I get that. But at the same time, can they shoot? Could they outshoot them? If they get a hot streak, Lakers get a cold streak, which they're known to get.
Everybody gets cold streaks.
Okay, but and Warriors could just shoot them out the building. They could literally shoot them right out the building.
Clay shot terrible last game.
Yeah, Clay's always on again, off again.
Poole was terrible. Like if Steph didn't have a 50 burger, they lose.
Yeah, well, 50. He put up 50.
They lose that.
Steph
game.
is unreal though. He could do that at any time.
Awesome.
It's nuts.
Awesome player.
Yeah,
but I don't think the Warriors have a chance, to be honest with you. And I know
not
they're
have a
the
chance.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like looking at every single player,
you're just biased.
No, I'm not being 100%.
100% you're being biased.
I'm not. I'm not being biased. Like point guard obviously goes to the Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Shooting guard goes to who?
Lakers, don't they?
I mean, depends who you put at the two, but that's fine. You could probably give it to the Warriors. Your small forward, LeBron over Draymond. Yeah. Power forward, you go us.
Yeah.
Or no, they put AD at the center. So that you go there. Bron's at the 4. You do that. The 3, Draymond versus like Austin Reeves or whoever. I'm going Reeves as an offensive presence.
It's an offensive presence, yeah, but as defensive presence, no, I'm going Draymond.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. So the 3 is Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's locked down.
Okay.
A hybrid player.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be a good series. I don't think it's going to be a blow by any means.
I don't think it's 7, though. I really don't.
Man, I think it might go 6 or 7.
Skip Bayless took LeBron.
Did he?
For the first time.
Did he really?
He's like Steph versus LeBron. Give me LeBron.
Really?
Give me LeBron. Steph has a better record than LeBron. One-on-one. But people forget something huge. It wasn't Steph versus LeBron.
No.
He had a friend of his.
Yeah.
KD. I think KD's better than Steph.
As a pure scorer, yeah.
As an overall player,
yeah. As an overall player, yeah.
I think KD could be better than LeBron.
KD's unreal.
Yeah. So it's like to say Steph has a better record than LeBron head to head, you can't.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they could shoot him out the building. That's all I'm saying.
But the Lakers can too.
If they get hot, not shoot out the building. No.
Go look at 3-point percentage. Compare 3-point percentage in the playoffs.
To both of them?
The Lakers are there.
What's their percentage?
Let's pull it up. They're there though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now.
because I thought we had it up in here. That's why.
D'Angelo Russell hit 5 threes last game.
He's so hit or miss.
He's been balling the last 2.
Nah, he's just hit or
You
miss.
got people like Reeves that can shoot it.
Reeves is unreal. I freaking love Reeves.
NBA.
Love Reeves the way that he plays, his aggressiveness. He's gritty out there, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good. Really is.
Yeah, and then you got the Lakers winning by 40, close out the Grizz. What's the name?
Dylan Brooks wanted 40. He got it.
Did he ever end up coming out and talking?
He got fined $25,000 for not talking.
For not talking? Because I think he came out and talked as well. Finally,
He did.
He said something. What did he say?
Like, I talk what I talk, basically. And I don't know. He stood behind what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That Denver game, dude. Jamal Murray.
He said, I've been telling you guys.
The boy was
keep on showing you guys.
He was a pure beast that game. Like there was no stopping him. There was literally no stopping him.
Series. That's
How many points did he end up having?
30 something. I have it in there.
Yeah, 34, I believe.
3-point percentage.
Yeah.
Where is this?
Yeah, no, that game was unreal. After that game, that Denver Suns game, I'm like, dude, does this go freaking done in 4 or 5?
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
That's gonna be tough.
So the Warriors shoot the 3 ball at 32.8%.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers are right there at 31%. They're there.
Yeah.
They're there. 3-pointers made is probably something different. 3-pointers made, they average 13. Lakers average 10.
Still right there.
3-pointers attempted, they attempt 6 more though.
Lakers do?
No, the Warriors.
Warriors, yeah. They always just throw it out there.
Yeah, they're always shooting.
I think it's gonna be a good series. I think if the Warriors get hot, they could literally shoot them out the building. If they don't,
the battle of the paint will win that series.
Yeah. I'm just saying that if they don't shoot hot around the perimeter, they don't stand a chance.
So who you got?
I'm still sticking by the Warriors.
You're sticking Warriors?
Yeah. I called them from the beginning. With how hot the Lakers have been and how they're looking and how they could turn on with the flip of a switch. Would I be surprised if the Lakers win? No, not at all.
Yeah.
But, I'm still sticking with the Warriors.
They're 1-3 this year against the Lakers?
Yeah, you were telling me, or you had it in here.
In the regular season?
Yeah.
This is the first year ever in NBA history where the second round has a 1st through 8th seed.
Do they?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
First year?
Yeah. I pulled up a picture.
Yeah.
Pull this up.
Because you have this in here.
I do. I screenshotted a picture earlier. So the Nuggets are the 1st seed.
Yeah, it's right here.
Nuggets.
Nuggets. Yeah,
I put it in there.
Yeah, Nuggets got the 1st seed. Celtics are the 2nd. Sixers are the 3rd. You have Suns are the 4th. Knicks are the 5th. Warriors are the 6th. Lakers 7th, and Heat are 8th.
Yeah.
So you got 1 through 8 just perfectly set up like that. Now with the Embid down, Celtics may just take that and call it a day.
They got to take advantage of that really early.
They have to. If they don't, it's going to be a problem. Jimmy Bucket's going down or getting hurt or not playing good enough. I hope he's fine. They're leading that series 1-0. I hope he's fine.
How about Denver versus the Suns? Who you got there?
Man, I'm telling you, after Jamal Murray going off, if they stay that hot, which it's hard to do, but they shot over 50% from 3-point land the other day. If they stay that hot, there ain't no one touched them. But I still think I want the Suns to win badly, truthfully.
Yeah.
Just for my boy. Yeah. And then your series, I think it's a toss-up, but I'm going Warriors.
That's not nice.
Yeah, let's get into the NFL draft.
The Lions. Are you happy with the Lions?
So, yes and no. Truthfully, I don't care. I know there's a lot of Lions faithful out there that freaking will jump down my throat for this.
I think the Lions got sniped because they wanted at the end in the beginning, then somebody traded up.
Yeah.
Texans, I think, traded up.
Texans did.
Texans traded up. They sniped him, and then.
So, listen, Jahmyr Gibbs, just the way he's good. He's phenomenal. He could be Alvin Kamara. He could work the slot.
You're saying he's a Debo.
He could change. Same thing. Alvin Kamara, Debo. It's there. Okay. He could change the offensive scheme. The minute they drafted him, I text my boys and I was like, Swift is out. Like plain and simple.
Yeah.
The minute they drafted him, you knew Swift was out. So you were making sense of that draft pick.
I'm happy Swift is gone though.
But their first 2 picks were a little bit of a reach. Okay, to take them that early, they're good players. They'll change the game.
Did you see the video?
Yeah. Watch all the highlight tapes you want.
GM.
Highlight tapes are highlight tapes.
Of the GM drafting.
Yes, I've seen it. Yes. It's just a matter of they were a little bit of a reach. They're still fantastic players. They're going to do what they need to do. But I don't like taking a running back that early. Running backs are a dime a dozen from this point on. If it wasn't Bijan Robinson, it's hard.
He's not going to be good either.
Even Bijan, taking any running back early is tough. I don't think he's not going to be good.
It's the offense they're going to. You think Atlanta has a good offense?
No, I'm not saying they have a good offense, but I'm just saying it's just a matter of I wasn't a huge fan of it. They recovered after the third round. I like Brian Branch, loved him. I love that pickup in round 2, the 45th pick.
Hendon Hooker is a good pick.
Hendon Hooker fell because that ACL. I think it was ACL in 22, end of 22. I believe it was ACL. Don't quote me on that. But he had that injury that sort of had him slide down. I think he's. Because Goff is good for another 2 years, I think, contract.
I think so.
I believe 2 years, maybe. 1 or 2 years left.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think for him to play behind Goff, I think they picked up the draft later on. They reached a little bit 1, 2, 3. I did not like the Sam Laporta pick. I know he's good. I know he's a beast, but I believe the tight end from Notre Dame was ranked higher, played better. That should have been your first tight end off the board.
Yeah.
But I'm not a GM. I'm not watching every freaking film. They probably, Brad Holmes is not giving us any reason to not believe in him. So the fact and what he's been doing thus far. So you sort of just got to trust the process and believe that he's seen something. Because I'm not a GM. Yeah. I'm watching it on my couch. He knows what the hell he's looking for. So to question their picks, you just got to sort of see how they play out, and then hindsight's 20/20 at that point. But the first 3, I think, were a little bit of a reach. And hey, Jahmyr Gibbs could go off for 1,000 yards, 50 receptions for another 1,000 yards, and we could all be laughing at that pick like how we stole him. Are you
upset at Swift leaving though?
No, he couldn't stay healthy. He couldn't stay healthy. He's
3 years,
a talent.
He had 1,500 rushing yards.
He's a talent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If healthy, that's a big if.
Big if.
That's a huge if. Yeah, so no, I'm not mad about that at all. And like I said, the minute they picked Gibbs, we're like, all right, Swift is out. Swift is out. And then the Eagles.
That pick only made sense if Swift leaves.
Yeah. And then the Eagles, is like to become.
That line is going to be disgusting.
Unreal.
Line's gonna be
unreal, and they're just going to be that's it. You go to Georgia, you're going to get drafted by the Eagles. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. My Steelers had a fantastic draft, and I was not being biased at all. It's boring though. Their draft is always the most boring thing you could ever freaking find. Because they're always offensive tackles, middle linebackers, safety. There's no splash players by any means. They never get those. So we needed a lineman badly. Broderick Jones was the guy to do it. They moved up 3 spots. That is what basically took the Jets' draft off the freaking rails, because the Jets wanted Broderick Jones, and then when Pittsburgh went up right in front of them and swiped him, they had no idea what to do. And you should see
that fantasy football pick, the pick right before
the
you
pick
know
right before,
you're picking,
and that's what it was.
Or what's worse? 2 picks before you got 2 players circled,
and they both go,
and they both go,
Oh, yeah. So and I feel like that's what happened with the Jets, because they almost took the entire time, and I think they came in and sniped them. Keanu Benton, our defensive edge rusher, or defensive line, I'm sorry, from Wisconsin. There was a lot of good or bad with him. We'll see how he turns out. But we usually do decent. The fact that we got, and I don't even think he's on here. I don't know why he's not on here. Joey Porter Jr. He was a first-round talent. We got him in the first pick of the second round. That's Joey Porter.
Did they give you guys a grade or no?
Yeah, we had an A, I believe.
That was the Lions.
A to A+. Same thing. Lions, I believe, this is off of CBS, I believe.
Yeah.
Was a B+.
Hey, we'll take it.
Philly was A+. Indy was A+. Indy had some good draft picks. They had Anthony Richardson, Julius Brent, Josh Downs, Blake Freeland. They had some good picks, and actually that people that could come in and actually make a difference now.
See that one receiver that went to the Ravens?
Yeah.
They asked him about the division. He's like, I don't even know who's in that division.
Yeah, it's, they... Young Bucks. It ain't going to get any better, because now with this NIL deals and all that good stuff, it's not going to get, no one's going to care. They're not going to care where they go. They're going to be making millions and millions and millions in college. I think that completely derails the college game, because you're playing college with a passion because you want to make a living. Now you're making a living in college. It's going to change completely. But that's my 2 cents. I'm off my soapbox.
I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
I'll stay.
Yeah, stay.
I'll milk it.
Stay.
You milk
stay.
the system.
Yeah, you get red shirt and then do whatever you got to do. Be there for 5 years.
All right. Are we at the build the lineup?
We're at build the lineup.
You got $15.
Yeah.
We'll put this thing up here.
Yeah.
You want to build yours first, or do I build mine?
No, go ahead, build yours because I didn't even look at this.
Okay.
Have you looked at this already?
A little bit, not a lot.
Yeah, I didn't look at it at all.
We'll let the people tell us who has a better team,
Okay.
and they could build their team as well.
Yeah.
All right. So QB, we're picking first. Give me Peyton Manning for $3.
Okay.
All right. Let me write down my players. All right. Give me LaDainian Tomlinson for $1.
Okay.
Wide receivers. Give me Jerry Rice.
For sure.
What are we at? We're at $9? Yeah, we're at $9. Next wide receiver. I can only pick from this line, right?
Yeah. Second line there. Fitz, Calvin, Julio, Brown, Hopkins.
Give me Kelvin Johnson.
Okay.
And then tight end. What'd I go? I went 3, 4, 9, 13. I got $2. Man, can I go back?
Yeah, go back.
Okay. I'm going to replace Calvin Johnson.
With who?
I'm going to go with Antonio Brown.
Okay.
So Calvin Johnson is going to Brown. So I have $2 there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Peyton so far, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jerry Rice, Antonio Brown, and then let me
Got $4 left.
Let me get Gronk.
Yeah, there you go. You got Gronk. All right, outside of, Brady and Montana, I feel like the other three sort of fall in line with each other, so I'm taking Dan Marino for $1.
Are you?
Y'all all day.
Really? You think
Marino
Peyton
all day.
Manning's equivalent to Marino?
Those three, I think, are interchangeable. Different types of players.
Okay.
Different, but I think you'll get the same product at the end of the day. So I got Marino for $1. I'm easily taking Jerry Rice for sure.
So the running backs.
Yeah, I'm coming there. Relax.
You
I
can skip around,
want to see where I want to see where my money's going.
Oh, okay,
Come on now.
okay.
So we got $6 there. Antonio Brown would be my other one.
It's because you're a Steelers fan, right?
No, because I think if he wasn't just a complete whack job, he probably would have been one of the better receivers ever to play. Not best, but one of the better receivers ever play.
Okay.
He just fell off the rails. So what do I got there? I got $1, $5, $7, $6, $8.
You spent $8 so far.
$8
Still
so
got
far. So I still got $7. Give me Barry and give me Shannon Sharp. All day. Shannon Sharp was a beast.
Who knows? I think I have a better team, but
No.
listen, we will let the fans decide.
Yeah.
And make your teams as well. Put it in the comments.
Put them in the comments. Get them going.
Let's see what you got.
Let's see what you guys got. I'm surprised Kelsey wasn't on the tight end list.
I think this is a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Could be
there's
all just retired players.
JJ and stuff like that.
Yeah. All just retired players.
Except for Hopster.
Yeah. Hops.
Hop's on the backside of his career, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way, let us know what you guys think. How do you guys like the show? Make your picks.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Always remember to like, subscribe, share. If you have any questions, send us some questions and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much and continue to support.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.